Are you exercising and not training? Well, like many of you, I did the same at one time. This is Nancy Danino, creator of the Strong and Sexy Blueprint, coaching women over 40 to get strong and lean and be the best version of themselves. So there is a lot that goes into a training program. It's not just about pumping out those sets and reps. And most people are actually exercising, but they're not training with intention. And yet I've done that myself for many years. And I almost didn't even launch my Strong and Sexy Blueprint, which includes my T3 training method, because of that. And I hesitated because building muscle has not historically been something many women want. And as I have a business to run and I want to help women, I'm literally in the business of creating and launching programs to help women. So, what was I to do? But most women have historically only wanted weight loss or to be skinny, and many still do, right? They want to be sticking to the scale, they're stuck to a number on the scale, and it's hard to train the mindset otherwise. I was one of those people. I'm just as guilty even before competing. So I wanted to launch a program to help women to build that lean muscle and increase that muscle definition. And do I dare say, get jacked? And initially I was like, oh my gosh, are women going to actually respond to this? And, I thought I would launch this program, but I would have to actually convince women. That's what I was thinking. Would I have to convince women that want to gain muscle that it's okay and that inadvertently you would burn fat and it would work better for you? But, many women that want to do that or want to lose weight, they still want to gain muscle. And I still do believe that the biggest thing women need to do, especially after 40 and heading into perimenopause, is to build muscle. No, hands down, it is to build muscle. Muscle is the prescription to longevity. It's a no-brainer, and it goes beyond the physical aspects. And lifting weights is one of the most overlooked ways to balance your metabolism and make it more responsive and flexible. And I always say, so you're not glued to a damn diet for the rest of your life. You're allowing your metabolism to work for you. So not only does it raise your metabolism, it increases your insulin sensitivity, your metabolic rate. So both at rest and during exercise. Like, who doesn't want to build muscle and have your burning calories well after you work out? It helps with detoxification, and it makes it easier to stay lean and year round. And also, you get away with so much more nutritionally. You've got that nutritional forgiveness. And that was kind of my secret, where I finally learned and corrected that secret, which I say is not a secret, but it's just the right path. And I struggled with the yo-yo dieting all my life. But when I learned that muscle was the medicine and the prescription, everything else fell into play. And I didn't feel like I was imprisoned by a diet all the time. And, on the inside, it improves your soft tissue, your integrity of your whole appearance and cellulite. And it just makes fat loss so much easier, which ultimately really is your goal. And it gives you those lean curves and you want to look sexy and badass. And of course, I'm biased, but here nor there, you have to really change your mindset to think you want to build more muscle, because inadvertently you're going to lose more fat. And so these things inadvertently become more important as we age. Unfortunately, that's what happens in our 40s and 50s. And it would be a massive disservice if I didn't create a program that would inform women what they need to do to age in reverse. And that would be me included. So muscle building is a science. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about my methods behind the madness today. So, exactly what goes into a fitness program, and even more so, my tried, true, and tested T3 training techniques that I swear and live by. So first of all, hypertrophy program. Building muscles always called hypertrophy training. And it's literally the process of making your muscle fibers bigger, and through a system of breaking down and tearing down those muscle fibers during resistance training and then during recovery, allowing them to build back stronger and bigger. And people get that confused, right? You're tearing apart muscles in the gym, but they're recovering and repairing and getting bigger while you sleep. Sleep is so important. And then we have volume. So hypertrophy training depends on volume, meaning doing more sets, more reps to stimulate growth. And then you may have, if you want to get stronger, you have people like power lifters or CrossFitters that, they'll lift as heavy as they go or as heavy as possible. But with volumetrics or volume, you have higher ranges of sets and reps, anywhere from 12, 15 to 20, instead of that lower rep of 1 to 2 sets or 3 to 5 sets where people are like, oh, I'm afraid of getting bulky. It's like, we don't even have enough testosterone to do that. Like, okay, gone is that myth. But then we also train to failure or near failure. So to challenge the muscle to grow bigger, which requires a greater stimulus than just breezing through a set without exertion. So in many sets, we'll sometimes work to near failure. For example, having 1 to 3 reps in reserve when you finish a set, or even going to complete failure at times when you get more fit and you can handle the recovery of it. We also have metabolic failure. And this is a type of failure where the muscle's just burning. It's burning to the point where you have to put the weight down, and recommended to work. It's like recommended that you work on the metabolic failure a couple times in your hypertrophy workout. And this is associated with the increased growth, hormone release, did you hear that? Which is anti-aging and has its physical benefits for that. So really, really important when we talk about metabolic failure. Then we have mechanical failure. I bet you didn't think that there was all this components to building a workout program, but this is the type of failure where the weight is just so heavy, and I'm sure you've experienced this, that you simply can't even get another rep up, and you're like, oh my God, I have to stop. And you're probably, work to mechanical failure a few times in your Strong and Sexy program because we want to get lean, get that lean building going, and this is associated with that testosterone release. So, which women need to help combat stress and build muscle and maintain their libido and burn fat. And as you can see now, I'm starting to incorporate the hormones that are just so important at this age. And like, I'm 52 and I realize that now. So women need testosterone. There's no way, even naturally, that we could reach the levels of, men or the way to make you bulk or hulk. I promise you. There's people that try for years and they're like, I just can't gain enough muscle. And obviously we lose a lot of muscle as we age at a faster rate. We also have different programs with, synergist muscle groups. So some days you might have a full body workout, or you might have a lower body workout to progress in the program. But we also have those synergist muscles. For example, if you have a push exercise within a single workout, you may work your chest and your triceps and shoulders all together, or pull exercises in the same workout, which are like back and biceps. So this allows you to overload certain muscles, which you need for growth, within a shorter period of time, and it creates a dense workout. Now, you may not be able to lift as heavy, but you'll definitely leave a workout with your muscles feeling heavy. You know that feeling where you're like, I feel big and like jacked right now. So there's a lot that goes into building a workout program like this. But I want you to know that you'll have all the information within the Strong and Sexy Blueprint so that you can make an informed decision about your physique based on your goals and how you want to build that and stay lean year round. And that is like the ultimate goal while having nutritional forgiveness. Like, who doesn't want that? And then still be able to carry those groceries up the stairs as long as you can, well into your 80s and 90s. So as far as a training program, when you think you can figure it out, go to somebody that actually knows what they're doing. I always say, if you have your car breakdown, try and figure it out on your own, because you're like, oh, I might make things worse. And then you end up wasting your time. So you might as well invest in something that you're going to get results, stop wasting time, and go to someone who knows or who's been through it and be able to give you the results and give you the freedom that you want in the upcoming years. So I hope you found this valuable, and this is Nancy Danino. I hope you enjoyed this, and please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share this with anybody or a woman who wants to build muscle.